Do you want to know what I was thinking the other day that was just wild to me? Is that if it wasn't for people sharing their health journey, social media, I would not be where I am today in my health journey. And where that is of course, we're always on this journey. We're always learning. We're always shifting. We're being exposed to new things. We're talking about toxic overload, all of the things. I'm talking specifically about breast implant and breast implant illness. Now, way back, there are tons of different genres, if you will, people that have mold toxicity, people that have dealt with toxins in water. Okay, I'm talking about breast implant and breast implant illness. This is my own personal experience, so you can't take that away from me, okay? This is the Cliff's Notes version. Okay, got my breast implants put in when I was 30, just before having kids. And you couldn't have talked me out of getting them. I don't care. You could have showed me every bit of research that showed against getting them, and I would have still taken my chances because I'm stubborn that way. But fast forward to having 3 kids in under 3 years, and that wreaked havoc on my whole body. And I was trying to lose the baby weight, and nothing was budging. So then I stumbled upon how different foods can react differently with people because of their unique body chemistry makeup. So I started to test certain foods with my body, and that started to help reduce inflammation. Well, that was working up until a certain point, but it wasn't the end all be all because I still had these foreign objects in my body that my body was trying to reject. On my research, there are connections between the MTHFR gene mutation and breast implant illness. Now, that makes perfect sense because if you have the MTHFR gene mutation, which I have both strands of it, your body has a difficult time detoxing properly. And when you have these foreign substances, these foreign things in your body, it's constantly in this attack mode. So if you mix that in with your body trying to detox something that is stuck in your body and it's leaching off chemicals and mold and all the things that your body's trying to purge but can't, yeah, that makes sense that you would be in this chronic fight or flight, causing chronic inflammation within your body. Well, this was probably in 2019 when people started sharing things. And there's a Facebook group that is called Breast Implant Illness by Nicole. And when I joined, I think it had maybe a little less than 100,000 community members. Well, within that group, you have people all around the world that are sharing their stories and their experiences. And then there are little chapters within that group with people all around the world that have had explant surgeries, and they're talking about their experiences and comparing cost analysis, all of those things. So I found the chapter for the Carolinas, and within that subgroup, I got a list of surgeons that meet the requirements. They, it's not just explant surgery. You have to en bloc, get that full capsule out to make sure all of those toxins that are in the sac and all of the scar tissue is scraped away so that your body can properly heal. Otherwise, it's still going to be in attack mode, attacking those foreign substances still that are in your body, and you will be left still trying to detox something that can't be detoxed. It was from that group and people sharing their stories and their experiences, and I was able to ask questions and kind of compare notes because I went to plenty of doctors that just kind of pushed off breast implant illness. Like, there's no way that you have it. Those aren't the technical signs of breast implant illness. Now, the tricky thing with breast implant illness is it's subjective. A lot of it is subjective. There's no tangible evidence unless there's a rupture. Well, I didn't have a rupture. Everything was in place. Everything was fine. I had all of the things. The list of symptoms of breast implant illness was endless for me. But still, everything looked fine. I went to 3 different doctors, 2 separate plastic surgeons. One said everything looked great, everything looked fine, and I left there thinking, this is probably all in my head. It wasn't until I pretty much passed out in front of my daughter. At that time, she was, I think, 3, where I was like, okay, these need to come out. These need to come out. Something is not right here and it needs to come out. And when you're feeling that within your soul, you need to listen to that, because there's a reason why your body is telling you. So then I went to 2 different consultations with surgeons that were listed in my chapter group of people that have gone. Yep, they do the en bloc, full en bloc removal process of the breast implants, and ended up going to Dr. Cranford out of Charleston, and I loved it. I love his bedside manner, very professional, very empathetic, compassionate, understood where I was coming from and my struggle. My struggle was, I can't necessarily pinpoint all of these people having these horrible reactions. I didn't have all of these horrible things that these women were talking about, but I just kind of had this feeling that all of my ailments that I was experiencing, that could also have been connected to other things. I just kept having this nagging sensation that it had to be from my breast implants. So he understood that, and I loved that. Plus, I also love Charleston. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. And so I just thought, what a beautiful thing to have a little vacation and go down to Charleston and have my breast implants removed. When you have plastic surgery, usually you're going in and you're excited to get the outcome. This is like the opposite. You don't know what you're going to look like. So it was pretty nerve-wracking. But when I tell you, my parents came and watched our kids for the weekend, and my mom originally was like kind of rolling her eyes at me. Sometimes I think she does. What else is woo-woo Katie coming up with now, right? Well, when I came home from surgery, when I show you, my mom was shocked because the inflammation post-surgery from just 2 days was significantly down. I came home and she was shocked. She said, "Oh my gosh, you look like you again. You look like you." And she didn't think before. She couldn't really pinpoint. My face was inflamed and puffy and swollen. And she said, "Your nose looks slimmer. You look like you again." So that part of my healing journey, I think, because so many people shared their history and their background and their experience, and that wasn't from doctors and experts. It was from everyday people that had been told, no, everything looks fine. This is all in your head. And then they still took the step to remove these things, and then they saw these results. So whatever it is you're going through, if you have this nagging feeling that you need to take care of something, and no matter how many experts are saying, nah, I think this might be in your head, go off of that gut instinct, because it can make such a difference. It is life-changing. So yeah, keep sharing stories, because it could be helping other people more than you know.